हेलो एवरीवन एंड वेलकम टू क्रिकेट लैब, जहां हम बात करते हैं क्रिकेट की। हाल ही में सभी आईपीएल टीम्स ने अपने प्लेयर्स की लिस्ट किस किस को रिटेन किया है, किस किस को रिलीज किया है, वो आउट कर दी है। और फैंस की क्या रिएक्शंस थे उसको लेकर, फैंस की क्या प्रतिक्रिया थी उन चीजों को लेकर, उसको डिस्कस करने के लिए हमारे साथ फैंस जुड़े हुए हैं। हमारे साथ हिमालय रंका जुड़े हुए हैं, जो कि सीएसके के बहुत बड़े फैन हैं और वो चेन्नई से बिलोंग करते हैं। और हमारे साथ सोम सरकार भी जुड़े हुए हैं, जो कि मुंबई से है, लेकिन वो कोलकाता और मुंबई इंडियंस दोनों के काफी अच्छे फैन हैं। तो वक्त जाया ना करते हुए मैं सबसे पहली टीम जो हमारी है उसके बारे में मैं बात करना चाहूंगा। सबसे पहली टीम जो हमारी यहाँ पर है वो है चेन्नई सुपर किंग। सो सबसे पहले बिकॉज हिमालय चेन्नई सुपर किंग के बहुत बड़े फैंस हैं, मैं उनसे इस बारे में पूछना चाहूंगा कि हिमालय, आपको क्या लगता है कि टीम ने किस किस को रिटेन किया है, आपके सामने है, किस किस को रिलीज किया है वो भी आपके सामने है। आपको क्या लगता है कि इट वाज द वाइज चॉइस टू लीव समवन लाइक हरभजन सिंह, जो कि बहुत एक्सपीरियंस प्लेयर थे, हालांकि लास्ट सीजन में वो नहीं खेल पाए थे बिकॉज ऑफ कोविड प्रोटोकॉल्स एंड ऑल दैट। तो क्या लगता है आपको कि ये सही है रिलीज लिस्ट? आप खुश थे इससे?
Well, yeah, the decision was better. Murli Vijay, Kedar Jadhav, Harbhajan Singh, they were in the team, but from the last season they were of no use. We have seen Murli Vijay perform really, really bad in last two seasons. So yes, releasing them, it was a good choice.
और जो आपने देखा होगा रिटेन किए हैं प्लेयर्स, उसमें आपके सुरेश रायना भी हैं, क्योंकि काफी लोग कह रहे थे
Yes,
कि
yes.
शायद हो सकता है कि सुरेश रायना, क्योंकि उन्होंने क्या बोलते हैं ऑप्ट आउट भी कर लिया था, और फिर हमने शायद पहली प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस से एम एस धोनी से भी हमने ये चीज सुनी थी। उन्होंने कहा था कि प्लेयर्स को कंप्लेंट करना बहुत आसान है, लेकिन इस तरह का उन्होंने एक इंडिकेशन दिया था कि वो इस चीज से खुश नहीं है कि सीनियर प्लेयर्स ने ऑप्ट आउट कर लिया है। तो आपको क्या लगता है कि क्या ये साल आखिरी हो सकता है सुरेश रैना के लिए? और सेकंड चीज मैं आपसे पूछना चाहूंगा, ड्वेन ब्रावो, जो कि इंजरी से हमेशा क्या बोलते हैं, एक तरह से घिरे रहते हैं, और उस तरह का उनके जो जैसा टीम चाह रही है उस तरह की उनकी परफॉर्मेंस भी नहीं आ रही है। तो क्या आप इन दोनों से खुश थे, इन जो इन्होंने बैक किया है ड्वेन ब्रावो को?
Dwayne Bravo will always be the X factor of CSK. और जब तक जहाँ तक सुरेश रैना की बात है, yeah, we will see if he is fit, he will be playing for 2 to 3 more seasons.
ओके, सो इस पे मैं आपके पास आना चाहूंगा, बिकॉज एज क्रिकेट फैन आपको क्या लगता है कि was it wise to retain someone like Dwayne Bravo, who has not been able to perform in any league lately, be it CPL or be it T10, which is going on in Abu Dhabi, and also in the IPL, which went by in 2020?
So I think that Dwayne Bravo is such a player that he's always like a prospect in your team. He's always an important player in your team. Doesn't matter whether he's in a good form with the bat or ball, because you're always sure that if you have Bravo on your side, there's always an extra batsman or an extra bowler, and he'll contribute. He can contribute in all the three departments. Like he's a good bowler. He's a very good bowler, and especially in the death overs. In the batting as well, we have seen him coming in the last 3 or 4 overs and scoring those boundaries. And he has also taken CSK. He was responsible for some important victories in CSK's history over the years. And I think that having retained Bravo, was a very wise choice from the CSK's management. And as a rival team or as a team of a different fan, if you'll see there are many people who don't really like him. That is because he's always performing good against your rival teams, against your own team. You take Delhi Capitals, you take RCB, you take Mumbai Indians, you take KKR. I have seen Dwayne Bravo perform against all teams, be it good or bad teams. He's performed against all teams, and he's got a lot of experience as well, which will which definitely counts. Even if he's not played all the matches, whatever he says, he can also act like a mentor to the youngsters in the CSK dugout. So it's a very important decision, and it was a good one. that they have retained, or they have retained Dwayne Bravo. I think I support that decision totally.
Yeah, well, I mean, rightly said by Som, because in the last three matches which CSK played in the last season, they won all three. And I think, as MS said in the last press conference, that they were looking to build a young team. But unfortunately, with mini auction happening in Chennai from 18th February, uh, it might not be the case that they will get more youngsters, but surely in the next season or so, they'll be looking for that. So let's hope that CSK, what CSK did in the last season, it doesn't happen again, and they continue to rule as they have been doing for so many years. So let's move on to the next team. We have here Kings 11 Punjab. And, as we talk of Kings 11 Punjab, a team which actually, I think, doesn't really look to build teams. Rather, they like to chop and release players a lot, because we saw the highest purse is Kings 11 Punjab has the highest purse. They have not been able to build a core team as well, and this was the first time that they were retaining their coach for second time in a row. So something that the team might look at. So first of all, coming to you, Himalay, they have let go someone like Glenn Maxwell. So Maxwell was the talk of the town when India toured Australia, because he scored in all the games which he played. He scored in the a quick 50s, I would say, in ODI games and in the T20 games as well. So do you think this was a bit surprising that Kings 11 let go Glenn Maxwell?
Yeah, Glenn Maxwell, he's actually such kind of player that he might come in handy anytime at many crucial points. He might come handy. So you can't just release such a player like Glenn Maxwell. I am looking forward for CSK to buy Glenn Maxwell.
Right, right, right. That's something every team would be looking to. So coming on that to Som, do you think letting go of someone like Sheldon Cottrell, who was a good bowler until that one innings which Rahul Tewatia played against him, in which he scored four back-to-back sixes against him, and something that can be unfortunate to any bowler. You look at Stuart Broad, 10 years or 12 years back, he was pelted for six sixes. But today you see Broad as one of the key bowlers for England. So were you surprised with Sheldon Cottrell being released?
I wasn't surprised that Cottrell was released because, as it is said, that Cottrell, at times we have seen Cottrell, he has bagged 2 or 3 wickets in one match, and not a single match. We have seen him doing that in 2 or 3 matches, and with his iconic celebration, with his infamous celebration that we see, he'll do a salute or something like that.
It's not
But the
an
thing is
infamous
that,
celebration. Come on.
yeah, the thing is that we what we have seen with Cottrell is that one of or few matches we have seen that he wasn't really able to capitalize, and he wasn't able to hit the right bowling lengths, and as a result the batsman took his advantage, and completely, like we have seen KL Rahul do that. Sorry, Rahul Tewatia do that, and maybe KL Rahul also in the nets, he might have smashed Cottrell for a few sixes. I don't know. Maybe the form we have seen KL Rahul, but I think he's a really good bowler. But if we get to see some more bowlers, I'm guessing that Mitchell Stark will be available in the auction. So I guess Punjab are going to replace Cottrell with someone of Stark or some good bowlers class, is what I believe. So you know their management, they might have believed that, okay, he's taking 2 or 3 wickets in one match, and next match he's getting smashed for 50 or 60 odd runs. Like, you get smashed, or you get banged for 50 runs. That is a big deal in 20 overs match, because in 20 overs cricket, 10 or 15 runs also can become massive. It can be the main decision making those few runs. So I feel that it's the management. They may feel that they have made a wise choice by replacing Cottrell. Yeah, some of you may feel otherwise, but yeah,
Yeah,
that's it.
that's right. Because Sheldon Cottrell wasn't at his best. how we saw him perform against India recently in the T20 series, which happened in 2018, I feel. So moving on, even if you look at the batting order of KL Rahul, they are heavily dependent on their opening slot. They are very much dependent on KL Rahul and Mayank Agarwal, and I think they might be a bit, scared because Mayank Agarwal hasn't been able to score as many runs as he did in the IPL. He wasn't able to score much in the recent series, which concluded in Australia, and maybe Mayank has to look upon on his stance, the way his bat is coming all the way from 12 o'clock. So that might be something that the coaches would want to look at. All in one, I think Kings 11 need someone. They might buy Glen Maxwell for a little less price. Do you guys think that, because they need someone down the order, or maybe they'll be looking someone at Steve Smith, because Smith has been released by Rajasthan Royals, and he can bat sensibly. If there are 2 to 3 wickets down, he can go for singles and doubles. So Som, do you think they Kings 11 might go for Steve Smith?
Yeah, I really think that there's a possibility that they may go for Steve Smith, because as far as the firepower is concerned, we can see the Kings 11 Punjab team. They have got plenty of hard hitters. We got Chris Gale, then there's Nicholas Puran, KL Rahul as well. We have seen the destructive side of him as well. There's a saying in English that's too many cooks spoil the broth. So I feel that they may need someone who can handle the pressure and keep the innings going. Someone like Steve Smith, he can give some stability to the batting order. That if at one end, they're going for the big shots, so there should be a batsman who is there to rotate the strike and to stop the fall of wickets, to defend the wickets. Which because as I always feel that T20 3 or 4 overs, the last like in the first 16 overs, you hit 120, 125 runs, that doesn't matter. But if you finish well, if you are able to score like 50, 60 runs in the last 3 or 4 overs, that is a very competitive score, in any ground across the world in this T20 format. So I feel that a player like Steve Smith will be very useful to them. A utility batsman is what he'll be.
Rightly said, and let's hope Kings 11 build a good team this time around, and maybe their hopes of winning the cup may come true. Let's move on to the next team. We have here Royal Challengers Bangalore, and a team who is also known to be not very, not very consistent to what they would like to be. They have also released a couple of good names. They have released someone like Aaron Finch, who is the white ball captain of Australian team. They have released a surprising, I would say, Shivam Dubey, who was handy with the bat and handy with the ball as well. So coming on that note to you, Himalaya, as a maybe rival fan or as a cricket fan, what do you think? Were you surprised, or were you happy with the releases of Royal Challengers?
No, really very very surprised. Like releasing Moeen Ali, Shivam Dubey, Aaron Finch, Chris Morris. There are a lot of good names there. There are a lot of players who can change the match at any moment. Like Moeen Ali, you take Moeen Ali. He's such a good all-rounder. Releasing him, I don't know what's their strategy. What's RCB's strategy?
Right, right, right. Because I think the reason why they released Chris Morris, which we were hearing, is because of his injury concerns, and also he was bought for 11 crores. So in the last season as well, Chris Morris wasn't available for half or more than half of the matches because of his injury. So that might be some reason for the release. But I also shocked because they shouldn't have released someone like Shivam Dubey, because if you look at the RCB's lineup, they really don't have an Indian batsman. If you look at the Indian pool of players right now, we only have 2 to 3 all rounders. You talk about Hardik Pandya,
Exactly.
you talk about Shivam Dubey, and then you might go here and there about maybe players like
Jadeja.
Sundar or Ravindra Jadeja. So these are the players. So I think they should have really retained Shivam. So Som, your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I think that you have released like 1, 2, 3, 6, 9, 10 players. You have released RCB, and I think that it's going to be the this auctions, the mini auctions which are going to happen is going to be very you can like in the RCB dugout, you can say they can cut the tension with a knife. It's going to be that much. No, I wouldn't say thrilling, but it is going to be really exciting for the fans. They have to see they have saved some amount of money, so I'm guessing that they'll be able to buy some good players. But I really feel that they shouldn't have released Shivam Dube, or you can say Aaron Finch was a very bad decision. Maybe kept Nagy as an spinning option. I can understand Dale Steyn and Parthiv Patel, he retired, and Udana, he was being hit for runs. Yadav also, I feel that he should have been retained because all players they have
Exactly.
got their main pickup bowlers. You can see all the other teams they are not really letting go of their main players. The players who are representing them playing the majority number of matches. So I think that RCB really have to get their thinking tank in the auctions working and working really hard. Like they have released almost 50% of the players, so they need to be working harder than what the other 7 teams need to be doing, because I haven't seen any other team releasing so many players, and we have seen 3 or 4 very quality cricketers being released. I feel that 2 or 3 players they should have kept as I've named. The Moin Ali, then there's Shivam Dube. Obviously, he's a very good player. Aaron Finch also, they should have given him a chance. Those important 20, 30, 40 runs, they always count at a strike rate of 130, 135. So I feel that, they should have thought twice before making this decision.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if you look at the retained list, I think apart from this time around, they have plenty of bowlers. They have Kane Richardson, who actually wasn't available last time around because of his child's delivery. But this time they have Kane Richardson, they have Aaron Zampa, Navdeep Saini, Mohammad Siraj, who has been plenty successful in the series which concluded recently. So let's see how they build the team this time, and maybe Isala Cup Namde for them. So let's move on to the next team. We have Mumbai Indians. I think no need to talk more about this team because they already have a very, I think, a consistent team and a very balanced team. Still, they have released Lasit Malinga because it has come to my way that he won't be playing IPL this time around, and they have also let go someone like Nathan Coulter-Nile, James Pattinson, Mitchell McLagan. So I think teams might look to buy Nathan Coulter-Nile because he can also bat very well. I remember in one match in World Cup against West Indies where he scored 90 odd runs in the World Cup. So he might be a good buy for them as well. So what are your thoughts on it, Som, as Mumbai fan? Happy with it?
See, I feel that you may have heard about a team called Real Madrid, and that is, I think, yeah, it's the biggest football club in the world, and in European football, as we say, they are the main European giants, having won the Champions League, which is the main trophy in the European football. They have done it 13 times, and then there is Mumbai Indians on the other side, and I think in this tournament of IPL. Mumbai Indians are the Real Madrid in this tournament, because we haven't seen any other team winning the IPL more than 3 times other than Mumbai Indians. We have seen CSK, they have done it 3 times, but MI they have done it 5 times, and after 2013 they have been unstoppable. They've got it 13, 15, 17, 19, and 20. So it is almost like they are like an invincible side. We know you can keep the best players in your team, but you may still end up losing to Mumbai Indians. I don't know what's going on in the dugout. We can see really some really strong players over there, but the main player, their captain Rohit Sharma, we haven't seen him performing this season as much as we would have expected. He scored 350 odd runs, but there's always other people stepping up. We have seen Ishan Kishan play some really good cricket. We have seen Surya Kumar Yadav stepping up in the big occasions. We have seen Hardik Pandya. Karen Pollard, Kunal Pandya. We have seen there's this spinner, Chahar. He has also played, some good bowling, and he's been hit for boundaries as well. But he has taken some wickets as well. So
Right.
I feel, even it's like you can love them, you can hate them, but you can never ignore them. Is what I feel about Mumbai Indians, because they are,
Oh,
I think they are the strongest side in this IPL. And as I said, the very beginning, that they are the Real Madrid in IPL, and that itself is a statement, that because I don't feel that on any given day they can beat any team. Any team they might end up beating the World 11 side if a World 11 T20 team is made. On their day they can do anything, because you know we have seen 4 or 5 wickets for 65, 67 runs, and then they score 180 of 20 overs, because then there's Pollard and Pandya, you'll see him score 0 runs in 4 innings, and then all of a sudden he'll be scoring 90 against KKR. So that's a tough pill to digest if you are you support a different team. But if you're a Mumbai Indians fan, then it's really, it's like a fairy tale going for you since the last 5 or 6 years.
Yeah, nothing to add much to that. That pretty much sums up how Mumbai Indians has been so far. So let's move on quickly to the team. Talking about Kolkata Knight Riders, here we are. A changed captain who was changed the midway, and yet the fortunes wasn't changed. And they have released someone like Tom Benton, Chris Green. I think Green was a good buy, maybe a good buy this season. The way he has played in the BBL, I've seen him play really well. And Tom Benton has given a statement recently that he might not play the IPL because he doesn't want to rest outside. He wants to play, and he feels that even if he's bought by any team, he won't be on the field in the 11. So that's something to look up to. But so Himalay, coming on to you, do you think Chris Green might be someone that CSK might look at, because they have one overseas spot after Shane Watson have left, so they have one overseas spot, and Chris Green is someone who can actually bowl, and with Chennai providing spin friendly, track, Chris Green might come handy.
they might go for Chris Green or Glen Maxwell, both.
Right, right, right. On that note, so are you surprised or with any releases? Any
Uh, Wait a second, just 1 minute. Yeah, sorry for that. Uh, yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. So I was asking,
Yeah.
are you surprised with any of the releases, or maybe surprised with the?
I think that if I see Tom Banton, Chris Green, Siddesh Lad, Nikhil Nayak, and M. Siddharth, I'm not really surprised. I'm not really that much surprised with KKR's decision to leave them, because the thing is that they have already kept the most important players are already playing with them. It's not like we have seen with a team like RCB like releasing 8 or 9 players and some very important players. But if you really see from a fan's perspective, if you are a KKR fan, then this is not a really bad decision. But I feel that you know they could have kept Chris Green because he's not that expensive. So they could have kept that. If you look at the KKR playing 11, or if you look at the 17 players which KKR have, I think on any given day you know, they can really be a tough team for any opposition, because they have got Dre Russ on their side. They have got DK, who is leading his team in the this T20 domestic trophy, which is a cup
Syed
which is going
Mustaqabid
on
Trophy.
tournament. Yeah. Then we have
Yeah, and
got
Tamil Nadu have
Ian
won.
Morgan. We've got Ian Morgan, the World Cup winning captain. I don't know how is he going to captain KKR. And there's Gill. Gill, we have seen him play beautifully in Australia. Then there's Mavi, there's Gurney. I think Chakravarti, Loki. I think we are going to expect some firepower this season from KKR. And I guess, I really hope that Russell is back in the form we saw him in the 2019 season. It'll be a pleasure. And, if you are even you cannot hate Russell. Everyone is a fan. Like it's hard to compare him with AB de Villiers, but if you are a cricket fan, you got to love the way that guy bats. His bat swing, and if he hits a six, it's not like the fielder has just missed a catch or it's just going into the first tire. It's always going to cross third or fourth tire, maybe out of the park. At sometimes we could have seen that in Sharjah or in Abu Dhabi or Dubai, but unlucky. But he used to cross the stadium in Eden Gardens. He did that in Wankhede. He did that in Chinnaswamy. There's no ground in India where he hasn't played well. He was so consistent. I really hope that he plays well this season, and it'll be more interesting to see Shubman Gill this season. I think they are a really power-packed side. They just lack some concentration or the right amount of motivation which they need. Baz McCallum, he keeps on writing something on his notepad. I really hope he writes something good this time, so that it turns the fortunes for KKR and they start performing like Mumbai Indians have been doing
Right, right, right.
since the last few years. Yeah,
Not everyone can perform like Mumbai Indians, right? So
absolutely, not a chance.
You know,
But
the KKR fans and the Kolkata Knight Riders group actually, performed the way they have did in 2013 and 2012, I guess. So let's see how it goes.
14 and 12, yeah.
Yeah, let's hope. Let's go on to
And
the team, Rajasthan Royals. So Rajasthan Royal have made a really surprising release. They have let go Steve Smith and they have made the young lad Sanju Samson the captain. So any surprise among you? Were you surprised with these? So
yeah,
I,
actually
yeah,
releasing Steve Smith was a very bold move.
yeah,
I feel the same. I feel the same because Sanju Samson. Yeah, he's a good cricketer. He's an aggressive youngster. 25-year-old. He's got that firepower. He's got that grace in his batting. The thing is that Smith is world class. You can never really count Smith out of your side and expect your team to win, because Smith was not the reason why your team wasn't winning. It's a collective effort. A captain can only tell you what to do, but if you are not bowling in the right lengths, if you're not batting your hearts out, it's not every day that we'll see Josh Butler or someone like Stokes coming in and scoring centuries or half centuries or big runs. There are 11 players in a team. We have seen Rahul Tewatia play with his heart. We haven't really seen the other Rajasthan. I've seen you must have seen Sanju Samson. He's such a talented player. He scores good 20s, he scores good 30s, and then I don't know what happens to him. He loses some concentration and he throws his wicket away. It's not really necessary. You're going good, you're playing with the straight bat, and all of a sudden to a bouncer you need to play with that cross bat, trying to go for the pull or the hook, or you're playing the cut and straight away to the wicket keeper or someone at point, third man. I don't know what's wrong with him. He's such a great player, but he should be putting some more concentration. That if I play the first 20-25 deliveries and score 30 runs, we all know that he's capable of scoring 50 in the next 20 balls. Someone like we have seen someone like Ishan Kishan. Initially, the first 2 or 3 seasons, we have never seen Ishan Kishan play so well, but we saw what he did this season, and he was one of the prime reasons why Mumbai Indians got their hands to the trophy.
right, right. I
So
think
I feel that Smith, taking Smith off captaincy and releasing him is a very very bold, and I think it's not a very good decision
right.
from if from a Rajasthan Royals fan perspective, and even just from a cricket fan who wants to see competitive cricket. You if you're seeing Virat Kohli, you're standing up against Virat Kohli, then you want to see Smith on the other end. You want to see those two players shaking hands, because those two are means of equal level, and they really know they can read each other's minds. But some youngster coming in and telling Jofra Archer to bowl, it's really a difficult job to do. I think there'll be some pressure, but maybe turn the tables for Rajasthan Royals. Who knows? Let's hope for the best.
Hope the young lad Sanju Samson does something which the whole franchise since the first season.
We'll be proud of. Yeah.
Right, right. So, on that note, we'll end this part, and we have still 7 minutes to go. So, I'll just, quickly ask you about the India and England series, which is going to commence recently. So, first of all, a series which both the teams have been looking up to. The last time around, England came to India. India beat them for 4-0. So this time around, after having the lot of confidence after beating Australia in Australia without having their senior players, not having Virat Kohli, having a stand-in captain, all the inexperienced bowlers. Uh, do you think, or rather, I would ask, who do you think will be an X factor for Team India and for Team England? Very quick, we have
Who will be in? Sorry.
will be the X factor in England team as and also in India team. One X factor from both the teams.
X factor from England team. Joe Root and Stuart Broad.
Right, right, right. For India,
And from India, it might be Hardik Pandya
right, right.
and Mohammad Siraj.
Great, great. That's something a very good options. Virat Kohli wasn't able to score as many runs as in 2020. His counterparts, which we call Fat Four. Joe Root has scored a double century. Steve Smith scored good amount of runs in the India-Australian Test series. Also, Williamson scored two double hundreds against recently against Pakistan. So he'll be really, really exciting to watch Virat as well. So your two players.
I think yeah, Virat Kohli is always my X factor, but he's like he's the pinnacle. So I would exclude him because he's not in other players' level. I'd like to exclude Virat Kohli and Joe Root from this list because they will be already performing on their level. Always in the big occasions, these two people they always stand up. But I feel that it's time. Rohit Sharma, we haven't really seen him play to his like we saw him play at the World Cup 2019 World Cup, which was held in England. So I really feel that Rohit Sharma will be looking forward to capitalize and he'll score some big runs throughout the series. I really feel that Rohit Sharma, he'll be going big this time. He'll be really going big. He'll because in India, if you see, Rohit Sharma has got a fantastic record whenever he plays in India,
Uh,
and he's a crowd puller there. Yeah, like if you're a cricket fan, you'd pay to watch Rohit Sharma bat. He's such kind of a batsman. He's very exciting to watch. And from England's point of view, if I say, then I think it's gonna be the best all rounder in the world. That is Ben Stokes.
Ben Stokes.
He's dangerous. He's brilliant, and the charismatic attitude he's got. We used to get that attitude from Kevin Peterson or someone like Freddie Flintoff. So I think that yeah, Stokes is going to be he's going to be all guns blazing with the bat, with the ball. It's going to be a really exciting series. But I feel that with the kind of confidence that India is having,
right.
we should pull this one. Yeah.
And actually, if you would ask me, according to me, there are two players. One is Ravichandra Ashwin from India because Ashwin hasn't got as many wickets. He would liked in India against England. He has an average strike rate of just 77, which means he takes 77 balls to get one wicket against England in India. So that's something he would really love to improve. And also, I would look forward to Ben Stokes, which you said, because Ben Stokes has an average of 25 in Asia, in Asian countries, something that he would like to, upgrade that as well. And also with, I think Virat Kohli will have his eye on because all his Fab Four have scored plenty of good runs. He hasn't got a century since 2008. This is the first time, he hasn't got a century in 1 year. So something he'll be really happy to, and also with all the good fortunes in his way with his child, you know, uh, having a born recently, he'll be really happy and really exciting to watch all both the teams play. In the times like these. So on that note, I would like to thank both the panelists, both the fans, for sharing the thoughts and with the audience with me as well. Really happy to be here. So Thank you, both of you. And on that note, I would like to end this session, and I would urge the viewers to kindly subscribe and like a channel if you want same sort of conversations coming your way. So that's it from my side.
Also press that bell icon.
Yeah, sure. So that's it from my side for everyone. Have a nice day.
Thank you. Good night.
Bye bye.